Come on. Voila. Climbing up.
Oh. Wow. Is that a possum?
It is.
Oh.
This is a Virginia possum.
Okay, so you keep them in the zoo, but they're also like out in the wild? Or
Sure, so this one's a rescue animal. So what you'll find a lot of times.
He's clawing at you
know,
like
that's because they have claws.
Doesn't that hurt?
No. See? Once the comfort of nestling in a little bit. So these guys are awesome because, you normally would think of, you mentioned this one being in the wild, of course. And so this one's actually one we have gotten from a rehabilitator. So a lot of times what you'll find is that you mentioned seeing one on the side of the road.
Yeah.
So they'll get hit or something like that, but there might be a mom, and if you don't realize it, they sometimes have young in their pouch because they're marsupials. So these guys are actually marsupials. So they'll have, a couple different, maybe about 5 to 8 different young maybe in their pouch. And then what they'll sometimes do is have little babies with them. So a lot of times little babies get rescued from a rehabilitator, and they can't be released. And so what we'll do is take them and have them be ambassadors. Yeah.
Ambassadors?
I mean, check it out.
Possum ambassador. Need a badge for that.
Seriously, it needs a pedicure because look at those claws.
I know, that's how they use them.
That's the first thing you think of as a pedicure.
Well,
Really?
and a manicure. I mean, the
What?
paw-cure. I mean, what's it called?
What is her name?
Ginny. Virginia possum. Ginny.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
A Virginia possum.
Ginny.
Exactly.
Okay.
I'm going to let Ginny... Wait, come here over here, Ginny.
So,
we'll have Ginny
is
come
she-
on over to the side
Not
here.
trying to feed
No,
her
what she wants to do is climb up.
Oh.
So their
'Cause
natural
actually,
instinct.
Gotta hurt.
No, their natural instinct is to climb up.
Can it play possum and just relax for a
It
minute?
could, but that's not really. It's like a catatonic state. So what they'll do is actually, it's not something that they willfully do. It's when they get scared. It's a natural
Oh,
response.
so she's not scared right now.
No.
Sweet.
She wants to climb around. So sometimes what I'll do is let her nestle her head down in there, because you can see they love to actually use their sense of smell. I
What's
smell
your
my own,
deodorant?
right? See, no, what you want to do is their eyesight actually isn't the greatest.
Old
So what they'll
Spice.
use a lot of times is their sense of smell and their sense of feel. So these huge whiskers you see are actually going to feel the sight around them.
Okay.
Because they're usually out at night.
Okay.
And usually at dawn and dusk and things like that. So what they'll do is sit there and nestle into certain areas. You can see their nose is the size of their nose, and their nose cavity is pretty long, which lets you know they use their sense of smell quite a bit.
So if people were to find these, they would bring them to you? I mean,
Well, this is through a rehabilitator. So
Okay,
you have to be licensed as a wildlife rehabilitator.
Okay, 'cause-
we don't currently do that work, but we work closely with them. So there's wildlife rehab organizations around West Michigan that we work with.
Okay.
What you'll find a lot of times, these guys basically are some of those animals that really will pretty much eat anything out in nature.
Yeah.
So a lot of times,
It's like she's
seen
trying
that.
to eat
most
your-
of the times you're seeing them in your garbage cans or things like that, and they're actually the kind of animal that have followed humans where they go. They're anywhere from Costa Rica to Canada. So you'll find them all the way throughout the United States. Pretty huge range. But they just have some amazing capabilities. They've got this tail, which is...
Wow, that thing's like a
It's
weapon.
like
Isn't it? It's huge.
It's
Wow. That's how they can hang.
Well, yeah. So sometimes it is what they call as a prehensile tail. So when you see like the spider monkeys at the zoo, they like hang upside down from it. They don't go hands free, basically. And so spider monkeys can go hands free. These guys can't really go hands free. Certain films have led you astray on that a little bit. They don't quite hang upside down. But they will use it as like an extra limb as they climb to stabilize themselves and stuff like that.
Is she full grown?
She is full grown. So she's, I believe she's just over 1. They really don't live that long. She'll get a little bigger, but they really only live about 1 to 2 years old in the wild.
Oh, wow.
And with us, they really usually only live 3 to 4. Sometimes they've been up to 6 or 8 or things like that, but not very normally. So not a very long-lived animal. Here she goes using her claws.
Not
and
a very
climbing
good
around
pet
a little
either,
bit.
right?
No, this
See
is
them
not
at
the
the
kind of
zoo.
animal you would have as a
Okay.
pet. No.
Just-
And if you did see them in the wild,
Can they do tricks?
well, we have not trained our possums for tricks, but
It'd be interesting to try.
Okay, go ahead.
Hands-free
Go
phones.
ahead.
right, exactly. Hands-free possum, right?
Yeah, they're hands-free. They're good with that.